The Lakers get a desperately needed win against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They win 112 to 105. What's up, y'all? I'm Kyle Downey. This is the Sports Download. Lakers got a win. They were close in the first half, and then they pretty much controlled the second half. They were able to get separation. They got up to as much as 13, and then they ended up winning by 7. The lead got down to as much as 6, but then it was like a free throw game at the end there. I think that it was a good win. I think that I'm glad that Austin Reeves and D'Lo started together. I know Cam Reddish is out, so hopefully that this stays. I hope Cam Reddish gets healthy, but he doesn't necessarily need to start. The only quibble I would have is that I think that Taurean Prince should come off the bench, because if we're going to start D'Lo and Austin Reeves together, I think having Vando in the starting lineup will help the defense. And Vando could just play about 25 minutes a night. There's no need for Taurean to play 30 minutes. He's like averaging about 30 minutes. But maybe he's going to play a lot. I don't know. But I think that Vando should start, because I believe in starting with your best 5-man group. And I think that that would be something worthwhile. But they beat the Thunder. It was a great win to see. They did get some luck, though. The Thunder missed a lot of open threes. They left a lot on the table there. They missed a lot of open threes. Most of their threes were open. The Lakers tend to leave wide open shooters, and there was some shooters they left open. Like Josh Giddey is not a great 3-point shooter, but he can hit them, and he hit some wide open ones. We were fortunate enough that Shea missed one that he was sort of contested, and fortunate enough that Chet Holmgren missed a couple that he was kind of wide open. So that is a scheme that I think can change. And I still think that Darvin Ham should be fired. One win does not solve it all. I mean, unless they can string some wins together, unless he can kind of change his process. The only challenge he had was in the beginning of the game in the first quarter, and I thought it was a charge. But Taurean picked up the blocking foul, and I know he really likes Taurean, but damn, he really called for that challenge real quick. And it's kind of strange. You probably should wait to use your challenge till the fourth quarter. I think that they should have more challenges, but anyway, you only have one challenge, so you should have waited till the fourth quarter. But yeah, that and the scheme of just like there's also was some talk about Austin Reeves not being as good defensively this year. And I was listening to Anthony Irwin on the Lakers Lounge, and he was kind of describing it. It's because the scheme has Austin helping, and he's just not athletic enough. He helps in the paint, kind of to shore up the paint, and then he then comes back out to his man. If you got to work towards your personnel. If Austin can't do that, then maybe that should be changed in the defensive scheme. I know Darvin Ham came from Milwaukee Bucks, and he kind of took a lot from Coach Budenholzer, but that's not who you have on the roster, so that could change. And also, it's just the rotations. I mean, the rotations last night were pretty good. Again, I would start Vando, but the reason he should be fired is because he put the Lakers in this position now, and it seems like he still kind of has the locker room lost. Like, these guys are professionals. Anthony Davis doesn't get affected by that much. I think that he's kind of a more like happy-go-lucky personality. And LeBron is a happy guy too, but he gets frustrated and he wants to win, and he's one of the all-time greats, and he wants to win a championship. So I could tell that LeBron is still frustrated. In the post game, LeBron was asked a question about, oh, how did you guys get on? You finally got back to this lineup from because they used that lineup in the first game of the season, and he kind of chuckled, and he kind of was like, and then he went to answer the question like he kind of not a chuckle but kind of a smile, and that kind of lets me know that like LeBron thinks it's silly, man, that Darvin hasn't figured out his best 5 group so far. With this many games already gone, you're halfway through the season, and you're still kind of trying to figure it out. So hopefully he can start Vando and get, because Vando will shore up the defense. And if you have Austin and D'Lo in there for offense, and then you can have Vando helping out AD with the defense. I think that that's probably the best solution. I'd like to see that tried out. And again, like I said in my other video, if you've lost LeBron and you've lost the locker room, then you've lost the job. And I don't wish anybody be fired. I don't wish anything bad for Darvin Ham, other than him being fired because it's my favorite basketball team. And if you've ruined a chance for the Lakers to be really good so far, it's very frustrating as a fan, as somebody who loves basketball, who's talking about the team all the time. So I just think that he should be fired and give Phil Handy the keys, and that would be beneficial. But if he stays on and they can make a run, then great. Ultimately, I just care about the Lakers doing well. I just care about the Lakers succeeding. So we'll see what happens. It doesn't look like he gets fired. I actually asked Anthony Irwin a question on Twitter, and he answered it on his show on the Lakers Lounge. I asked him basically what would it take for Darvin to get fired, and he said that it would take the Lakers almost missing the play-in, getting on the brink of missing the play-in, because obviously the Lakers wouldn't want to wait that long to be that risky. But even waiting till you're almost missing the play-in is too risky. And Anthony Irwin agrees with me that we need a new coach, because if you're gonna do it now. Like, we need to fire him and replace him with Phil Handy, because if you're gonna do it now, because right now you still have the second half of the season, and we saw what happened when we did a big change last year when we got rid of Russ. We traded Russ away and got a better roster. With the second half of this, less than the second half of the season, they were able to go on a run to the Western Conference Finals. So hopefully Darvin will get out of his way. Hopefully the staff will help him figure things out. But if not, I think he needs to go. And then obviously there needs to be some sort of trade. I really like D'Lo. I just wish he was more consistent. He's been really good the last few games. I wish he was more consistent. He might have to be packaged in a trade, though, him and Rui. And I didn't want to see Rui gone, but then I saw that Jason Timpf was saying on his podcast Hoops Tonight with the volume that Rui is kind of redundant with LeBron. He's not same as LeBron, but he's similar enough where it's kind of a redundancy. And then you also have D'Lo and Austin are similar skill sets. D'Lo is has a better handle and is more of a true point guard. Well, he's a combo, but he can do the point guard role better. And so and obviously, like, D'Lo has had his struggles this year. So then D'Lo would have to be packaged in a trade for that reason as well, and his salary. The only person I'm really interested in is DeJounte Murray. And right now the prices are sky high for trades, and they're going to be until it gets closer to the deadline, because as Aaron Larsoul says from the Lakers, he says deadlines create activity. So there's not going to be much movement or much more reasonable prices until it gets closer to the deadline. And unfortunately, right now, the Lakers are more desperate than you would want them to be. So hopefully they get some wins together by the trade deadline and the prices come down and the market kind of gets a little better, and like the prices on the trade market, and they can make a run and push to the Western Conference Finals and get to the finals, because we want to build on what last year was, even though this first half has been really disappointing so far. So Lakers play next. They play Dallas on Wednesday, and I'll be back here to talk to y'all about it, how that went. Hopefully it's with a W. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube for more content, and tell your friends and family as well. Peace, y'all.